Hello, my pretties. Here I am. This is the small single white loaf that I've been working on. I've made it a million times. It works every single time. In the bowl, I'm using the KitchenAid. I think it's the easiest way. Can you do it by hand? Heck yeah. It's easy. I'm just lazy. In my bowl, 1.5 cups of AP flour, 1 teaspoon each of salt, sugar, a heaping teaspoon of quick rise yeast, and a heaping teaspoon of shortening. That's it. I have a jug here with some warm body temperature water. It can be cold, that's fine. So you let it go a little bit. I just want that lard ball, that shortening ball to sort of break up a little bit. Add a little bit of water. It's different every day. So I drips at a time until it comes together as a ball. I'm gonna, maybe half a cup. I don't know. I never measure it. This is the best way to do it. Mix, mix, mix. Dribble, dribble, dribble. That's a technical cooking term. Everybody can do this. People who don't make bread can do this. Okay, see it sort of come together as a gooey ball. It might be good here. Let me crank it and see how it's doing. Okay, can you see that? It's perfect. Okay, it just sticks a little tiny bit. That's what you want. And when you're whipping it really high, it'll clear the sides and just be stuck a little bit on the bottom. Let's go. I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to crank it up, and I'll show you what it's like when it's done. You don't need to sit and listen to this machine. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, awesome. Look at it. Smooth, shiny. Doesn't really stick. It wants to stick, but it doesn't actually stick. Okay, form it into a ball. I wonder if I can do that right here with this floured hands. Oops, see if I can do it right here. Let's see. Floured hands. My hand is not terribly floured. Sorry, I'm not good at this. Okay, form it into a ball. Like just sort of fold it over. Like tuck the bottoms in. Okay, see how beautifully tender and smooth. Stay right there. You can put flour on it or spray it if you want. Put a little bit of flour on there. And then this is the oversized vegetable bag from my local grocery store. I saved them. There we go. See you in an hour. It'll double and then we'll form it into bread. 45 minutes later, I haven't even peeked yet. Oh, look at that beautiful stuff. Hang on to the bag. See, look how beautiful. I keep my flour. I think I've showed you this before. I went to the dollar store and I got the sugar shakers from the old-fashioned diners. Makes the best flour shaker ever. A little bit of flour. These are cutting boards I got at Sam's. Costco, one of them. Just cheap. There we go. So you just lay it down. And the nice thing, this is just for the one loaf. So it's a beautiful soft dough. All right, smash it out gently but nicely. So I fold it and I press it pretty firmly. And then I keep grabbing it from the top, rolling it towards me, poking in. If it looks like it's getting too long, I mash it back in. This is not brain surgery. It's very easy. and it does keep that sealed up. The end, you just pull up, give it a good old pinch all the way along. All right, so it's pretty sealed. Poke in the sides. This is beautiful dough to deal with. This is my incredibly old loaf pan. See, it's just a small one. I'm gonna guess, what is it, it's maybe 7 inches. It's not one of the big ones. Okay. Roll the dough over, feel it, make sure that it feels even. Okay. I give it a shush and a roll into the flour. Lay it in gently. I'm not angry with it. It hasn't done anything to upset me. Leave it right there. Take my handy dandy vegetable bag and say, see you in an hour. After 30 minutes, though, preheat the oven 375, because that's how we're going to cook it. Okay, I'll be back in an hour. About 50 minutes later, let's take a look. See, I didn't even move it. Heck yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So the oven is preheated to 475. Whoa. See how much that came up? I'm going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes. And at the very bottom, for some reason, this dough, when it bakes down at the bottom, stays really, really, really pale. So I cook it on the absolute lowest level that my shelves will go. For 20 minutes, don't open it, don't look, don't anything. Sit and have a quiet glass of wine. And then after 20 minutes, I spin it 360 and leave it for 2. I don't know why. That's just the way that I do it. So after the 20 minutes, the spin, and the 2 minutes, I will unveil for you. All right, into the oven we go. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, straight out of the oven. Oh, look at this beautiful thing. Look how much that comes up. That's only what was it, 1.5 cups of flour? See what I mean about how pale it is at the bottom? But you want that. You don't, if you cook it too long down there, it'll overcook the top and the middle. This is the most terrifying part of the entire episode. Don't touch it. Don't cut it. Don't look at it hard. You have to wait for it to be completely cool. Now, what I do, because the top is crispy and the bottom is not, is I set it on its side like this to cool for about 30 minutes. I set a timer, and then at 30 minutes, I flip it onto the other side. Do not cut it under any circumstances until it is ice cold. Now then, I have one here that I made 2 days ago. I tend to make this every other day because it's quite a small loaf. But I wanted to show you the crumb. It's tender, it's nice, it's got some air holes. It's tender, it's soft. My husband hates homemade bread, but he likes this because I sneak it into him. I've told him it was store-bought because he says homemade bread is dry. This is absolutely not dry. It's tender, moist. It lasts a bunch of days in just a plastic bag, or if you go to tracycooksinAustin.com, I sell linen bread bags that you can wrap it in, and it'll keep it for about 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Because it's just a small loaf, it shouldn't take longer than that to eat it. I hope you make this loaf. Please, please, please let me know how it works for you, how much you love it. It's got a really good flavor. In other news, I use this dough to make cinnamon rolls. I also use this exact same dough to make, we call them stuffies around here. I make this batch of dough, divide it into 8, and then fill it 8 circles, and then fill it with whatever I have. I've done it with salmon, I've done it with tuna, fried up with some veggies, leftover stew, leftover chili, anything. Close it up and shallow fry it, which is a completely different video, and you will thank me forever for that one. But to get started, I wanted you to have this dough. You're gonna love this dough. It's delicious. So go make it and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And this is the very first time I'm ever gonna say this. Subscribe to me. I'm gonna do this more often because I'm digging it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the videos, and I hope they help you cook, and they help you not get married to eat. I'll talk to you later.